Soloway. In this video we're going to learn about the nominative and accusative cases for nouns. Noun cases are used to tell what part of a sentence a word is, such as a subject or direct object, and we can tell what case a noun is by the ending on it. So, as we learned before, first declension will have an A in the nominative singular, an AE in the nominative plural, and accusatives will have an AM in the singular and an AS in the plural. Those are the ones we're going to focus on today. Alright, so the nominative case is used to show that something is the subject of a sentence. The subject is the person who is doing the action. So, for example, in the English sentence, "A dog ate my homework," the subject is the dog, because it's doing something. The accusative, on the other hand, is used to show that something is the direct object of a sentence, which means that it's the person that's receiving the action or having something done to it. So in that same sentence, the direct object is the homework, because it's what's being eaten. So here's a Latin sentence with a nominative and an accusative. Puella feminam spectat. Puella means girl, feminam means woman, and spectat means he or she is watching. So puella ends with an A, meaning that it's nominative. That means that the girl is the subject of the sentence and that she's doing something. And what is she doing? Well, she's watching something, of course. Feminam ends with an AM, so it's accusative. That means that the woman is the direct object and that she's having something done to her. So our English translation for this would be, the girl is watching the woman. It could also be, a girl is watching the woman, or the girl is watching a woman, or any variation of those. Latin doesn't have words for the or a, so you'll need to add whichever one makes sense in the context of what you're reading. Now, since Latin has these case endings, it doesn't rely on word order to convey meaning the way that English does. So going back to our earlier example in English, we have, "A dog ate my homework." We could rearrange this sentence and instead have, "My homework ate a dog." Now, we haven't changed any of the individual words, but due to English's reliance on word order, we've changed the meaning of the sentence drastically. Latin doesn't work that way. So in our example, puella is the nominative, meaning that the girl is the subject of the sentence regardless of where that word is found in the sentence. If we had feminam puella spectat, it would still mean the girl is watching the woman because the word puella is still nominative case, making it the subject. And the word feminam is still accusative, making it the direct object. In fact, any combination of the three words, regardless of their order, is still going to mean the same thing, as long as we have puella and feminam and spectat. It doesn't matter what order the words come in. So word order for Latin isn't critical, but the Romans still had a way that they preferred to order the sentences, which was generally to have the nominative first, then the accusative, and then they'd have the verb at the end of the sentence. So even though all these combinations would be translated the same way in English, the first one is the one that we're most likely to see. Now, many sentences won't have an accusative. So for example, we could just have puellae spectant. Puellae is nominative case, nominative plural specifically, so we know the girls are the subject of the sentence. This sentence therefore means the girls are watching. It doesn't tell us what they're watching, which would need to be inferred from the context of whatever you're reading. Sometimes a sentence won't have a nominative, such as this sentence, puellas spectant. If there is no nominative, then you need to go straight to the verb, which in this case is spectant, and use the ending to get a pronoun to use in English. Since spectant ends with an NT, we know that it needs to be translated, "they are watching." Puellas is an accusative, so it's a direct object, and the sentence therefore means, "they are watching the girls." All right, so let's try a few examples. In each one, we'll identify which words are nominative and accusative, if any, and then use that information plus the verb ending to translate the sentence. First one, puella fabulam narat. Okay, so puella is the nominative singular form. Fabulam is an accusative singular. Therefore, the sentence means the girl is telling a story. Okay, next one. Ankilai kasam purgant. Ankilai is nominative plural. Kasam is accusative singular. So this sentence means the slaves are cleaning the house. Next one. Feminae deas laudant. Feminae is nominative plural. Deas is accusative plural. And therefore this means the women are worshiping the goddesses. Next. Regina amicas expectat. Regina is nominative singular. Amicas is accusative plural. So this means the queen is waiting for her friends. You could also leave out the word her and just say friends if that happens to make more sense. All right, next, one more. Puellas adjuvant. So in this case, there is no nominative, so we go straight to the verb, which is adjuvant. The NT right there tells us that it's going to mean they, and therefore this verb means they are helping. Now, puellas is accusative plural, so this means they are helping the girls. Okay, so that's how we use nominatives and accusatives. Let me know if you have any questions. Vale.